fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Master Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem line from Playmates. So this was the last of the basic figures that I could not find for the longest time, and I found it at Kohl's of all places. I was there for something else, decided to walk by the toy section, and there you go. I think they had one of every character, so if you're looking for some stuff, maybe check out Kohl's. I don't know. But yeah, I was finally able to get Splinter. I feel like with most of this line, you know, Target got it early. It sold out like in a day, and then it took them forever to get restocks. And Walmart's been slowly getting it, but for whatever reason, they seem to really have like multiples of the 4 turtles, and that's pretty much it. So I really did have a hard time tracking this guy down, but I'm very happy to finally pick him up. If we take a look at the back here, you can see the cross-sell with everyone in the first wave, and he was the last one that I had to grab. And it's also kind of funny because, you know, these 4 were sold in like a 4-pack on Amazon, and then the Turtles are everywhere. So Splinter's kind of the odd man out. He's kind of the only one not featured in a 4-pack. Now, there is an April figure as well that was part of a box set that was exclusive to Target, with I think the 4 turtles and then like a goo-covered Bebop, or ooze-covered Bebop. So I'm assuming that's going to get a separate release later on. I don't know if there'll be a second wave for this line. I would assume there's still a few characters they could do. I guess it depends on how well the movie does. So we'll see how that goes. But in any case, finally happy to finish off wave 1 here. Packaging pretty standard. We have those really cool kind of purple bricks in the background. Love the color scheme for these packages for this movie. I think it's very cool. And then we got Splinter in here. Love the glasses. I think that's really, really cool. You can see all the accessories over here. So, like I said, pretty standard packaging. I'm going to go ahead and get him out of the bubble, and we'll take a closer look. So here is Splinter out of the packaging. I think he looks pretty good. He's got the glasses on. They are removable, so you can just kind of push them back, and they will pop off. You can see... Oh, they'll flick across the room as well. You can see how they have those 2 tabs right there, and they just peg into the back of his head there. So you can absolutely take them off. The head does swivel from side to side. You have a hinge and a rotation there in the shoulder. You have a hinge and a rotation in the elbow. You have wrist swivels. I don't believe there's anything in the waist. You can see this hinge here in the hip. Now, if you wanted to kick out to the side, you could rotate this and then have him kick out to the side if you want. And then he doesn't have knees, but they did give him an ankle joint. So there's a hinge and a rotation in the ankle the way most people have that in the knees. So he doesn't have knee joints, but he does have the extra articulation in the ankle, which is nice. And then the tail can just kind of swing side to side. Not really too much going on there. But yeah, he looks good. I like him. I do feel like he kind of naturally hunches over. I was trying to combat this by moving the legs around, but there you go. That's a little better. Accessory-wise, he does come with the classic walking stick / tonfa. I guess that's what this is supposed to be. I mean, technically, this could be a tonfa as well, but it does have the blade inside, which is nicely painted, so I like that. And that's definitely something that the original toy had back in the day. I feel like there's a way you have to put this in so that it slides in correctly, because otherwise it gets kind of wedged in and stuck. There we go. If you kind of put it in where this is too towards the top, it's going to get stuck, so you kind of have to like push it all the way back, and then it'll slide in. It's weird. But in any case, he can hold this, so you could have him wield this like a tonfa. Let me put this in his hand. I think you can. Yeah, there we go. Or, of course, you can have him use it as a walking stick. Like so. Very cool. I think it's a fun accessory. And I didn't really point out like the paint applications and everything. I feel like the head is very nicely painted. The eyes especially. I love his little teeth. I think they did a nice job there. And then the tips of his fingers are also painted, as you can see. I'm kind of worrying about that flaking off as time goes on, but we'll see. Everything else, I believe, maybe this little bit of white here is painted, but this is obviously a different piece of plastic, kind of a rubbery consistency. And then I think the belt is painted. Yeah, I think the belt is painted purple, probably except for this piece here, which is a separate piece of plastic. So, very cool. I actually like him quite a bit. I'm going to put his glasses back on. Very simple to just push those back in, and there he goes. So, very happy to finally have him. Oh, I forgot to mention his weapons rack. Of course, he does come with a weapons rack, done all in this orange color. You get 2 of these. Now, there's no cover for them, but you get 2 of the bladed pieces. Of course, you have his bow with a couple of arrows, and then you have 2 shuriken up there. And, of course, that can stand as a weapons rack. So, pretty good accessory-wise. I'm pretty happy with that. I really appreciate this because this is such a nod to the original toy back in '87. But yeah, he looks good. Let's bring in... Now, I don't have the original Turtles handy, but I do have the, like, I don't know, Halloween costume 4-pack, whatever we're calling that. I forget what this pack... Party pack, I think it was called. So we can bring in these guys. And as you can see, they're just a little taller, which makes sense. Splinter was always kind of shorter. My Mikey still has the misassembled legs, and because of that, he does not stand very well. So that's definitely a bummer. There you go. He can lean on Leo there. So just for a size comparison, you can see Splinter is definitely going to be a little bit shorter. Not a ton shorter, but a little bit shorter than the 4 Turtles. So I think Splinter turned out pretty great. I really do like the color scheme. I think the rat likeness is actually pretty good. The glasses are really hilarious. I love his accessories. Really good articulation. I mean, he's probably not my favorite Splinter figure of all time, but he's definitely better than some. I think the one I hated the most was the design for the Rise of the TMNT. I just was not a fan of that Splinter design. But I think this guy's pretty cool. I mean, he's got his little sweatpants and he's got his little, you know, gi or robe, whatever we want to officially call this. And he looks good. He looks like a rat. I think they did a pretty good job with the design. So I am happy to finally add him to my collection. He was definitely harder to track down, so I don't know if he is short-packed or what. But hopefully there'll just be an online listing for him soon, so whoever wants him can get him. Otherwise, just keep checking your Targets, keep checking your Walmarts, and apparently keep checking your Kohl's, because apparently they're getting TMNT toys as well. So if you can add this guy to the collection, I definitely recommend it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.